Pengurusi Yayasan Amal INTI, Encik Tan Yu Sing, Presiden College INTI Malaysia, yang berbahagia Tan Sri, Datuk-Datuk, Tuan-Tuan dan Puan-Puan yang dihormati sekalian. Saya bagi pihak College INTI Malaysia mengucapkan selamat datang kepada Berhormat Datuk Azmi Khalid serta para hadirin ke majlis pembukaan rasmi College INTI Malaysia. Sebagai memulakan acara petang ini dan untuk memberkati majlis kita pada petang ini, majlis menjemput Al-Fadhil Ustaz Hairul Azam bin Ramli dari Jabatan Hal Ehwal Agama Islam Negeri Sembilan untuk membacakan doa. Dipersilakan Ustaz.
A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dengan nama Allah yang Maha Pemurah lagi Maha Mengasihani. Selawat dan salam kepada junjungan baginda Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ahli keluarga dan para sahabat baginda. Ya Allah, pada petang penuh keberkatan ini, kami berhimpun di sini dan melafazkan kalimah syukur atas segala nikmat, rahmat dan inayah-Mu. Ya Allah, bersempena majlis pembukaan rasmi College INTI Malaysia Bandar Baru Nilai Negeri Sembilan yang bakal disempurnakan oleh Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Azmi bin Khalid selaku mewakili Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Abdullah bin Haji Ahmad Badawi, Timbalan Perdana Menteri Malaysia, hari ini 2 Ogos tahun 2001. Kami memohon berkatilah perjalanan majlis hari ini dengan mendapat keberkatan serta rahmat-Mu. Ya Allah, sampaikan hasrat dan cita-cita murni ahli lembaga dan pihak pengurusan College INTI Malaysia meneroka kemajuan di bidang pendidikan sebagai pusat pembangunan kecemerlangan tamadun ilmu di era teknologi maklumat. Kami berdoa mudah-mudahan akan bertambah ramai para cendekiawan serta profesional yang bakal menyumbang tenaga ke arah mencapai Malaysia negara maju tahun 2020 insya-Allah. Allahumma jam'ana hadza jam'an marhuma wa tafarruqana min ba'dihi tafarruqan ma'suma wa la taj'al lahu fina wa la ma'ana wa la man yatba'una syaqiyan wa la mahruma. Allahumma rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
The opening ceremony of this campus that we will witness today forms an important part of our 15th anniversary celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite you now to enjoy a presentation on INTI College.
The history of nations show that their citizens' greatest contributions have always started small. This is how INTI College Malaysia began. It started off as a small private college in 1986 in Wisma Simlin in Jalan Brickfields, Kuala Lumpur. The founders, after much debate, chose the name INTI. Its meaning in Bahasa Melayu and Sanskrit is the essence. In Mandarin, it is to develop the best in a person. And in Latin, it symbolizes the innermost. The name became the cornerstone for the college philosophy: positive, progressive, and productive. It reflects the importance of a good attitude towards work and life as a whole. Indeed, it has guided the college and its students well throughout its short history. INTI recognized early that knowledge would drive mankind's future in the 21st century. It also realized that investing in human capital would be the most decisive advantage a nation could have, bringing access to the most innovative and skilled people. In 1986, education was liberalized and the private sector encouraged to invest in what had been a public sector service. A number of private colleges were established and they were given the freedom to determine curricula in partnership with foreign universities. This led to what are now called the 1+2, 2+1 and credit transfer programs. In the decade that followed, INTI flourished, as did its students. In 1996 alone saw nearly 1,000 INTI college students in the American University program, representing 1/3 of the total number of Malaysians transferred to more than 80 American universities. There, they completed their degree studies in engineering, in computer science, and business. Successful links with American universities led to similar partnerships with British universities, twinning arrangements which guaranteed students transfers to complete the degree courses were made with major universities such as Edinburgh, Leeds, Liverpool, and Birmingham. INTI also became the first international associate college of Coventry University and the University of Hertfordshire, and a preferred partner of the University of Manchester. After transferring, INTI students have consistently performed well. Many have obtained first-class and second-class upper honors degrees, a benchmark of the quality of the education they received at INTI College. Currently, more than 25 former INTI students are pursuing their PhD degrees in these universities. 1994 saw more advanced standing agreements, this time with universities in Australia and New Zealand. These guaranteed transfers for degree studies in the University of Otago, Lincoln University, University of Sydney, University of New South Wales, University of Wollongong, and the University of Adelaide. This year, INTI College celebrates its 15th anniversary, and it is an appropriate time to review and look into the future. INTI College's branch campuses throughout the country will bring better opportunities for education closer to the people. The population of INTI group of colleges now stand at over 13,000. As a result of its policy to liberalize education, Malaysia now offers the best opportunity for international students to obtain an education in English in a multicultural setting. For its part, INTI College has been admitting international students, particularly from the neighboring ASEAN countries, since 1989. In 1997, INTI was awarded the Excellence Award for Export Services in Education by the Prime Minister. INTI College has now more than 2,500 international students from 37 countries. Following its success at home with international students, INTI College has over the last 6 years established branch and associate colleges overseas. Beijing, China in 1995, Bangkok, Jakarta, and Hanoi in 2001. Just 6 months ago, INTI College signed an agreement to establish a co-campus with New Zealand's Lincoln University for international students. This Lincoln University INTI co-campus will take its first students in February next year. One of the strongest attractions for international students to study in Malaysia has been the availability of internationally recognized qualifications. We are indeed proud to announce that the Institution of Engineers of Australia has granted provisional accreditation for the INTI Adelaide University Advanced Standing Program in Civil, Mechanical, and Electrical and Electronic Engineering. INTI students who complete the final year of study in the University of Adelaide will now receive full accreditation from the Institution of Engineers Australia, professional qualifications that will open doors around the world. In the meantime, INTI College will continue to meet standards laid down by the National Accreditation Board. INTI is fast becoming an integral part of the Malaysian higher education system, while retaining characteristics which confer international advantages. It offers degree programs also known as 3+0 with 3 universities, widening the choices that local and international students have. It is through education that despair can be turned into hope and poverty into wealth. It is through knowledge and learning that communities can raise social consciousness and improve the quality of life. Despite its success, INTI College has neither forgotten its roots nor discarded its traditions. It instills its students with duty and service to their countries and love and respect for their parents. It teaches them to develop self-respect and to serve the society that gave them the opportunity to learning. As a corporate citizen too, the tasks are tough and the responsibilities great. Therein lies the challenge. INTI Universal Berhad's leaders and senior management will continue to mold its staff into people who work with passion and dedication for the achievement of a better society through education. On its 15th anniversary, INTI College reaffirms its belief and commitment in achieving these ideals. It can be done because INTI College has been doing it since the day it was established. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your kind attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you have enjoyed the short presentation. I would now like to call upon our Chairman of the Board of Governors, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Datuk Dr. Haji Abdul Majid Ismail, to give us his welcoming address. Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera saya ucapkan kepada para hadirin. Yang berhormat Datuk Azmi Khalid, Wakil kepada Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Abdullah bin Haji Ahmad Badawi, Timbalan Perdana Menteri Malaysia, Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Utama Tan Sri Muhammad Isa bin Datuk Haji Abdul Samad, Menteri Besar Negeri Sembilan, Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Muhammad Shahlan bin Said, Yang Dipertua Dewan Undangan Negeri Sembilan, Yang Berhormat Ahli-ahli Majlis Mesyuarat Kerajaan dan ahli-ahli Dewan Undangan Negeri Sembilan, Pusuruhjaya Tinggi Britain ke Malaysia, Tuan Yang Terutama Encik Graham Fry, wakil-wakil dari kedutaan-kedutaan luar negara, Yang Mulia Tengku Tan Sri Datuk Seri Ahmad Ritauddin bin Tengku Ismail, Pengerusi Yayasan Amal INTI, Encik Tan Yu Sing, Presiden College INTI, Yang Bahagia Tan Sri, Puan Sri, Datuk-datuk dan datin-datin, wakil-wakil media dan seterusnya, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang dihormati sekalian. Bagi pihak lembaga pengelola, kaki tangan serta pelajar Kolej INTI Malaysia, saya mengalu-alukan kunjungan Yang Berhormat Datuk Azmi Khalid yang mewakili Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Abdullah bin Haji Ahmad Badawi, Timbalan Perdana Menteri Malaysia, ke kampus kita pada petang ini. Saya juga mengucapkan setinggi-tinggi penghargaan pada Yang Berhormat Datuk yang telah melapangkan masa dan sudi merasmikan Kolej INTI Malaysia pada petang ini. Yang Berhormat Datuk, izinkan saya untuk meneruskan ucapan saya ini di dalam bahasa Inggeris. Ladies and gentlemen, as Chairman of the INTI College Board of Governors, it is my privilege and great pleasure to welcome you to the official opening ceremony of INTI College Malaysia. Let me extend a special welcome to Yang Berhormat Datuk Azmi Khalid, who is representing the Deputy Prime Minister to grace this event today. Yang Berhormat, your presence here today makes this occasion a very meaningful one. Not just for INTI College Malaysia, but for the INTI College group of colleges as a whole. Today's ceremony will leave an indelible imprint in the history of INTI College. The year 2001 is proving to be a very eventful year for INTI College, which is celebrating its 15th anniversary, and therefore 15 years of active involvement in the higher education scene. Two major milestones that will remain forever etched in our memory are the official opening ceremony of this college, which incidentally is the main campus for the INTI group of colleges, as well as the official opening of our branch campus, INTI College Sarawak, which was officiated by Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Haji Abdul Taib Mahmud, the Chief Minister of Sarawak, on the 30th of June this year. INTI College Sarawak is also celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. Ladies and gentlemen, INTI College has been in existence for 1.5 decades now, and it's come a long way since its humble beginning in 1986. The college was set up at a time where the vast majority of the public was looking for options to study for a foreign degree locally, and we have not looked back since. INTI College began in a shop lot in Brickfields with just 37 students. In 2001, the INTI College group of colleges consists of 5 campuses across Malaysia, namely Bandar Baru Nilai, Subang Jaya, Sabah, Sarawak, and Penang. International campuses in China, Thailand, and Indonesia, as well as a core campus in New Zealand. That is not all. Plans are underway to set up more INTI campuses in Hong Kong and Vietnam in the near future. Today, as I stand before you in this hall, built to cater for grand ceremonies like graduations, annual dinners, concerts, and other official events, it is inspiring to witness how far INTI College has come in 15 short years. This ceremony today is a symbol of INTI's journey from obscurity to prominence in the education industry. And I'm glad to be able to be a part of an important piece of INTI history. The internationalization efforts of INTI College do not only end with its venture overseas. Statistics show that INTI is now the top college in terms of its foreign student population, which constitutes 17% of the total population of 13,000 students. These students come from a total of 37 countries, including neighboring countries like Indonesia, Thailand, Myanmar, and India, to as far away as Morocco, Egypt, Ethiopia, China, Ghana, and Mauritius, just to name a few. Ladies and gentlemen, what INTI has achieved and what it aims to achieve is in line with the government's vision of establishing Malaysia as a center of educational excellence. INTI College aims to become an outstanding academic institution of excellence. Our ultimate objective is to build an impressive reputation for excellence that is recognized both locally and internationally. Consistent with this, INTI College has set its vision for 2010, which is to develop our colleges into forward-looking, internationalized e-campuses with an emphasis on holistic education. INTI's commitment to provide excellent quality education has garnered the trust and recognition of the Malaysian society as well as the government. 3 of our colleges have been awarded MSc status, namely INTI College Malaysia, INTI College Subang Jaya, and INTI College Sarawak, making INTI the first and only private college to have MSc status granted to more than one campus. INTI has also earned respect from its partners, universities overseas, which recognize the college as one of the premier institutions of private higher education in the country. In fact, INTI College is the only international associate college of both Coventry University and the University of Hertfordshire. Not only in the UK, but as well as the preferred partner of Lincoln University in New Zealand and the University of Manchester in the United Kingdom. INTI College Malaysia is a standing tribute to INTI's commitment to provide for the academic, developmental, and social needs of our students. The college has invested about $180 million in the last 4 years to build and develop its academic facilities and sophisticated infrastructures. The excellent facilities available here, like the newly constructed Resource Center, mirrors INTI's commitment to inculcate a learning-based society which is both creative and independent. INTI believes in providing not only state-of-the-art facilities, but also a collegiate cultural experience to students where they can live, work, and play together to cultivate the habit of lifelong education. One of the strengths of INTI College is the fact that it is constantly updating and improving its resources. The college is vigilant of the challenges posed by the 21st century and is intent on embracing the opportunities made available through information and communication technology, ICT. Plans are well underway to develop this college into an e-campus. INTI has already invested in a total campus management system which automates administrative functions, an important factor in the effective running of the college. The college has also installed internet data points in all the hostels, which enables students to have 24-hour access to information, thus creating an informed and knowledgeable community within the campus itself. In its 15 years of existence, INTI College has produced and nurtured thousands of young graduates. It has made an impact in enhancing Malaysia's name. It has created educational opportunities for thousands of worthy students through its scholarship program. And throughout it all, it has supported the government in realizing the Malaysian dream to excel in the areas of human resource and technology. INTI graduates are those who have exposed to a well-balanced education. They possess the most current of knowledge and skills, are inquisitive, and have inquiring minds, and therefore will be able to process and use information to suit the ever-changing global environment. The founders of INTI College have already worked on the premise that with the right blend of vision, management expertise, and perseverance to succeed, what was once a small private college can grow to a leading private institution of higher learning. We believe that this shall again be the winning formula that will drive INTI College into becoming a formidable institution for tertiary education in the world. Standing on the threshold of the 15th anniversary of our college, we wish to reiterate our resolve to complement the government's efforts to produce a generation of knowledgeable people and contribute to a society committed with excellence. I would like to end my speech by once again thanking Yang Berhormat Datuk Azmi Khalid dan Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Utama Tan Sri Muhammad Isa bin Datuk Haji Ahmad Abdul Samad, Menteri Negeri Sembilan, for gracing this event today. Thank you.
Thank you, Tan Sri. It is now my pleasure to invite our guest of honor, Yang Berhormat Datuk Azmi Khalid, to read the Deputy Prime Minister's speech and then to officiate the opening of INTI College Malaysia. Yang Berhormat, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi dan salam sejahtera kepada semua yang hadir. Yang bahagia saudari pengurusi majlis, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Utama Tan Sri Muhammad Isa bin Datuk Haji Abdul Samad, Menteri Besar Negeri Sembilan, Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Muhammad Sahlan bin Said, Yang Dipertua Dewan Undangan Negeri Sembilan, Yang Bahagia Tan Sri Dr. Haji Majid Ismail, Pengurusi Lembaga Pengelola College INTI Malaysia, Esko yang berhormat Esko, ahli-ahli Dewan Undang Negeri Sembilan, Tuan Yang Terutama Encik Graham Fry, Pesuruhjaya Tinggi Britain ke Malaysia dan wakil-wakil dari kedutaan luar negara, Yang Mulia Tengku Tan Sri Datuk Sri Ahmad Ritaudin bin Tengku Ismail, Pengerusi Yayasan Amal INTI, Yang Berbahagia Encik Tan Yu Seng, Presiden College INTI Malaysia, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri, Datuk-datuk, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, para hadirin yang saya hormati sekalian. Terlebih dahulu saya minta maaf bagi pihak Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Abdullah Ahmad Badawi, Timbalan Perdana Menteri Malaysia, yang tidak dapat hadir pada saat-saat akhir atas sebab-sebab yang tidak dapat dielakkan. Datuk Abdullah Ahmad Badawi asked me to convey his apologies to everyone for not being able to be here today due to some urgent programs that he has to attend to. Terlebih dahulu saya mengucapkan terima kasih. Now, sorry, this speech is on behalf of the Deputy Prime Minister. It's not my speech. Terlebih dahulu saya mengucapkan terima kasih kepada pihak College INTI Malaysia kerana telah sudi menjemput saya untuk merasmikan pembukaan college ini, College INTI Malaysia pada hari ini. Saya difahamkan majlis perasmian ini adalah bersempena dengan sambutan ulang tahun College INTI yang ke-15. Saya mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan tahniah kepada lembaga pengarah serta kaki tangan College INTI di atas kejayaan menubuhkan sebuah kampus induk buat kumpulan College INTI yang jelas, luas serta mempunyai kemudahan-kemudahan pembelajaran yang terkini. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm greatly honored to be here to formalize the official opening of INTI College Malaysia, which is the main campus of the INTI Group of colleges. The INTI Group has impressive number of 5 colleges locally and has established 3 international campuses in China, Thailand and Indonesia. You have heard a lot that has been said by the chairman just now. Indeed, I understand that there are further plans to set up another international campus by the year end. I'm extremely proud that INTI, a Malaysian institution of higher learning, has successfully marketed its own brand of quality academic programs to other countries, thereby carrying Malaysia's good name abroad. By expanding its presence beyond local shores, INTI is exercising good business sense and in the process proving that the government's vision to position education as an export commodity can indeed be achieved. The government regards education as central to national development. Right from the earliest time, the emphasis placed on education was geared towards the creation of a progressive society. As such, concerted steps have continuously been taken to widen people's access to education. Allocations made for education under the various Malaysia plans have always been significant. We have noticed that Malaysia's growth and prosperity over the years can be largely attributed to our continued investment in education. Indeed, the current 8th Malaysia Plan between the year 2001-2005, the 8th Malaysia Plan has set aside 22.66 billion ringgit for both education and training. Comparing this figure with the previous plan, which was the 7th plan, which was 20.19 billion. So this 8th Malaysia Plan allocation is about 10% higher. Having taken stock of our achievements so far, we must now plan for the future. The way forward for Malaysia is to ensure the fulfillment of the country's development blueprint, Vision 2020, which charts the country's course to becoming a fully developed nation. Herein lies the role of education, that is, to equip Malaysians, especially the young, with the knowledge and skills required to enhance our productivity and subsequently our competitiveness. The magnitude of the task is that much higher, given that the demographics of Malaysia is such that about 52% of our population is below 25. I repeat, 52% of our population is below 25. While 9 million people, or 39% of the population, is below 18 years of age. Emphasis on education will thus continue to be the main ingredient for our success. And I assure you, there will be no let-up on this. As you may be aware, Malaysia is preparing to transition into becoming a knowledge-based economy. We are cognizant that innovation and creativity are now the core values of the new economy, and that intelligence or intellectual capital is now the key source of competitive advantage. It is thus contingent upon the education sector, particularly higher education, to increase the quantity and quality of the nation's human resource capital. We have for a long time now realized that the government alone cannot produce the critical mass of knowledge workers needed to fuel the economy. We appreciate and applaud the proactive approach of private education institutions like INTI College, which offer world-class academic programs and produce graduates equipped with the latest knowledge and information, which are at the same time industry relevant. Ladies and gentlemen, the objective of tertiary education cannot be the acquisition of academic knowledge. It is important that the education received by students is holistic in nature and prepares them for life. We do not want graduates who merely regurgitate the knowledge they receive while in college or university. The nation urgently requires highly skilled people with a global mindset. We are global mindset who are bold and can configure knowledge and apply it to a wide range of contexts. This new core of workers will be the nation's problem identifiers, problem solvers, and problem brokers. Not to create problems, but to solve problems. All of us here will recall that it was the unconventional strategies put together by Malaysian leaders and advisors, who in turn were supported by the determined local private sector, that has led to the country's speedy recovery from the regional currency crisis in 1997. We will need even more such thinkers and doers in the years to come. And in order to weather the many storms that will surely come our way, our education system must have the capacity to ensure that we will continue to be successful in confronting the many threats and challenges to our nation. Providers of higher education must therefore undertake the comprehensive development of students. I'm happy here that INTI College and INTI branch campuses provide academic programs with inbuilt modules that train students in analytical thinking and communication skills. I'm also especially pleased to learn of the college's commitment to extracurricular activities as a means to develop students' leadership skills and promote the awareness of their own social responsibilities. It is important that all parties recognize that the impact of globalization will need to be managed carefully. By operating within the borderless world, countries are now open to a new world order, and its attendant universal practices. Malaysians, especially the young, must be educated in the need to strike a balance between the adoption of global values and the fulfillment of national aspirations. To achieve this, education institutions must open students' minds to the world of possibilities, and yet firmly root them to our unique history, culture, and way of life. We must ensure that our youth fully participate in the globalized world and at the same time meaningfully contribute to Malaysia's development. We must instill a culture and value system that pursues excellence and seeks boldness in conquering new heights, but yet appreciates and preserves racial integration, shows compassion for the poor and disadvantaged, and pursues continued stability and prosperity for all Malaysians. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm extremely pleased at the private sector's involvement in complementing the government's efforts to making Malaysia a regional hub for educational excellence. Judging from the already sizable population of international students currently enrolled in Malaysian institutions of higher learning, the country appears on track towards achieving that objective. A recent survey conducted on international students by an education publication revealed that between the end of 1999 and the year 2000, there were about 23,000 international students from more than 115 countries studying in Malaysia. Of this figure, 11,000 were in private tertiary education institutions. Current international student numbers, I repeat, current international student numbers in private tertiary institutions are estimated at between 12,000 to 15,000. I would like to commend INTI College for having attracted over 2,200 international students to its local campuses, the biggest number of international students found in any private tertiary institution. We applaud your successful efforts to project the college as an international center of learning. I think that it deserves an applause, please. It's a big word from the Deputy Prime Minister. It sounds much more relaxed. Thank you. I would like to urge other institutions of higher learning to emulate INTI's students-focused efforts. I'm impressed by INTI's ongoing initiatives to offer quality, market-driven programs and to install sophisticated infrastructure aimed at enhancing the learning process through a familiarity with information and communication technology. And as a final note, I would like to congratulate INTI College management and staff for having made a significant contribution to the Malaysian education industry for almost 15 years. And I hereby take great pleasure to officially declare open your main campus, INTI College, Malaysia. Thank you.
Thank you, Yang Berhormat. Thank you, Yang Berhormat Datuk, Profesor and Mr. Tan. We at INTI College are indeed saddened by the news of the fire that destroyed the Dewan Tunku Chancellor University Malaya and would like to contribute towards its restoration. I would now like to call upon Yang Mulia Tengku Tan Sri Datuk Sri Ahmad Bintauddin bin Tengku Ismail, Chairman of INTI Foundation, to present the check to Yang Berhormat Datuk Azmi Khalid, Yang Mulia. Thank you, Yang Mulia Tengku. Ladies and gentlemen, Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Datuk Dr. Abdul Majid will now present a memento to Yang Berhormat Datuk Azmi Khalid in appreciation.
Arabic wording.
Thank you, Tan Sri.
Latest in the series.
But in assistance is Jakarta and Bangkok and Beijing, and also we have one in Christchurch itself in New Zealand called Co-Campus. So we are actually trying to move out of the, to become international. It's proud today also. Another witness is we have this special signing agreement with University Adelaide on this engineering that 3+1. Yes. And also it is also now they have got the condition of accreditation by the Institute of Engineering Australia. So we feel that we need to train more engineers, and those who cannot afford to do everything out, then you can do here 3 years and 1 year in Australia with University of Adelaide. Yeah. But this is one of our effort of going international.
By chance, do you know how many students you have all around the world in your campuses?
Oh no, our main student number is still between here, the 13,000. Out of it, because out of there is only about less than 2,000 if you add together, because all these are only beginning. This year, in fact, 2001 is a year we started moving out. Jakarta, Bangkok are both only started this year.
Okay.
But we are saying that that direction is correct, especially when we say we want to be a regional center. Regional center, my understanding is not only to bring students to us, but also to bring our program out of the country to them. Just like what our partner university, like the British or American, Australia, when they came over to Malaysia, they worked with us on that arrangement. Now we are bringing this to the other country, which I consider educationally less developed in terms of training. So we are bringing this arrangement to them, like Thailand, Vietnam, or even China, Indonesia. So we are repeating what India has been learning for the last 15 years. So I think Regional Center for Education Excellence is more than just bringing international students. We also want to bring our program, our brand out. And that is where quality becomes very important.
Is there an agreement that facilitates the transfer of students between the campuses overseas and here?
Yes, of course. We have a arrangement because quality control, academic moderations are very important. And my experience of moving around this region tell me that this few years, private education industry is not just a Malaysian phenomenon, it's a world phenomenon. It is one that in every country they're beginning to want to exploit the potential of private moving into education. Especially when we talk about K economy. The K economy means you want a big intellectual capital, and I mean that more training is necessary. Like our OBP3 also mentioned about 35% of our labor force wants to be tertiary education. They need a lot of training. So I think everywhere and every country is talking about capital training, human resource training. So I think it's right time, very timely for Malaysia to actually embark on this. As a Malaysian college, we are very proud to be able to follow this.
How would you say your fees compared to the private campuses?
Our fees at the moment belong to average or even sometimes below average. You can say average because Malaysian colleges, like generally private colleges, of course not compared with the state governments. Private colleges, the fees, I think you can go and measure. We are average. And compare with British or UK, you are about 1/3 or 1/4 of their fees. And that is why there is this very cost-saving and time-saving approach to this education. I think what we have been able to do is also the management efficiency to run the whole thing. I'm very confident this model can move in other European countries, and there are a lot of market for us. So I always feel that there's no need for Malaysian colleges to only look at Malaysian market, because actually there are many colleges. So if they got a chance to also export their product, why not? The whole world is the stage.
So it's exporting education to the other part of the countries is your main.
It is our next step of action.
Exporting our education module to other neighboring countries.
Yeah. I think what Dato' says is correct, because our first step was to substitute what we need to go out. We don't go out now. We only we call the import substitute. But now instead of students all go out, now actually we don't. We actually let them go out only half. But now we go to the next stage. That is, not only that, we want to export our own education product. Yeah. And educational product to me is more than just for school labor. The corporate training, adult education, all the working adults need further retraining in this K economy. So I think education as an industry is huge. My recent attendance of a education conference in Vancouver further convinced me, enlightened me that it's not just Malaysia, whole world is moving. Argentina, Brazil, they're all moving towards e-education, corporate training. So I feel it is good that we have taken a lead in this area, but we must go further before being catch up by other people.
I'm sorry, I tak boleh juga bagi pencerahan baru pagi tadi I give press conference.
They have to have not only an academic background, but they also have to have sort of Engineers Australia is the governing body for the professional engineers. And it's a very prestigious step for INTI College, because what it means now is that the INTI graduates, they spend 3 years here, they come to Adelaide spending 1 year, and because they now have this accreditation from the IE-AUST, Institute of Engineers Australia, they can practice as professional engineers anywhere in the world. They're professionally recognised anywhere in the world. So that states what the quality of the INTI courses are. In other words, when they came up here, they spent a period up here reviewing the entire education or engineering education at INTI, all aspects of it, and everything was found to be satisfactory. And because of that, INTI College was given the tick, as we call it, and because of that, they're now fully accredited to do 3 years out of the 4 years of an Adelaide degree in engineering.
Because our students not all go to Adelaide. So those go to Adelaide with this arrangement is automatically or accredited. But if they go to other university, so we still have to go through our lunch for the other program.
So you have a dual accreditation?
Yes. I mean, it's okay.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, it is the first breakthrough for Malaysian
It's never-
institution.
Australia is very stingy about that.
But it's also the reverse of that. Anybody that's recognised by the Board of Engineers Malaysia here is also recognised in Australia. There are reciprocal agreements.
And it's not only credit to INTI, it's credit to Malaysian students as well. No? Yeah, they must have done quite well. And the academic
Oh, yes.
staff, the whole thing. Okay,
Okay.
Right,
Thank
thank you
you,
very
thank
much.
you.